Hi there. Autumn Ewald again, realtor with Cinco Ranch Group, Compass, West Houston. And I'm here to talk about a little tip or trick to help get your mortgage paid off slightly earlier. Something my husband and I learned when we were buying our first home, and we used it towards when we bought our second home. So, when you are buying a home, there is a lot of closing costs that go into buying the home. There's more than just down payments, but we will get into that on another video. But there are a lot of closing costs that go to buying a home. So yes, you save your down payment, that there's closing costs. But one of the things that are a part of the closing cost is your first month's mortgage. So when you close, you're paying all of these fees down, including your down payment, but including your first month's mortgage. Now, here's the thing. What you want to do, if you are able to, is have another payment. You don't have to pay it at closing, but as soon as you get that first statement in the mail and you make the first payment on the mortgage outside of your closing cost, you want to pay that mortgage twice. You want to make an extra payment. And the easiest time to ever make an extra payment on your mortgage is going to be at the very beginning, because you feel like you've had a break because you already paid it and you're closing, and so you feel like you have a break. But don't take the break. Go ahead and pay the mortgage again. You're going to be like, why, Autumn? Why would I want to pay the mortgage? Why would I not want to take that tax relief? Because I just paid all of this money down to get in the house. And here's why. Because if you want to pay off your home early, you have to pay on the principal on the home. What the principal on the home is that is literally just the home value. What the mortgage payment is without taxes, without insurance, without interest rates, what your actual home value price is, which is actually a lot smaller than you think it is when you're looking at your home payment. But for you to be able to pay at the principal of your loan, you have to be ahead on your loan. If you are a month ahead on your loan, at any time you can go and pay straight towards the principal. So let's say, because I'm a month ahead now, because we did it. We were a good job. We listened and we did it. We're a month ahead. And I got an extra $50 a month. So I'm going to go and call my bank, call my mortgage office, who's holding my home loan, and tell them I want to pay $50 to my principal, straight to my principal. And what that's going to do is that's going to take $50 and pay $50 off of your $300,000 mortgage, and it's going to get it paid off sooner. What's the value in paying straight towards principal? When you get the principal of your home paid down, what that means is it shortens the time you have the loan. By shortening the time you have the loan, shortens the amount of interest that you're paying on the loan. So here's another thing. So let's say that your mortgage, let's go back to my example that I had in another video. Let's say that your mortgage is the $2,536.24 a month. If you have it in your budget and you can make that $3,000 a month, you're paying an extra $500 a month. And if you have already paid 1 month ahead, that $500 a month isn't going to pay your interest. It's going to pay your home off. It's decreasing the payments on your home. It's not touching that interest because you're a whole month ahead on your mortgage, so you can pay straight towards your interest, and you make that home value of the $350 minus the 3% you put down, and you start dropping that, which means you're going to get that home paid off sooner. So I saw this video on Facebook. It's one of the reels, and this girl was asking, hey Dad, me and so-and-so, we're about to buy a home, and you bought a home and you paid it off so early. What did you do? And he said, what I did is I took the 30-year mortgage because the payments are lower, and every year I made a whole extra payment, which means every year, somewhere, somehow, I did a whole extra $2,536 a year. He said some years we did it in little lump sums, a little bit here and there, and some years we paid the whole thing. And he said, you know what that allowed me to do? That allowed me to pay off my 30-year mortgage. Guess how many years? 17 years. He said he was able to pay off his 30-year mortgage in 17 years because every year he made one extra payment a year. But let's say I can't afford to pay an extra $2,500 a year. I can't afford to take $2,500 and round it up to $3,000 a year. But maybe I can afford to take $2,500 and round it up to $2,600 a month. Maybe I can do that, and that increases $63 and some change a month, which makes it $765 extra a year. Is that going to pay your mortgage off in 17 years? No. Is it going to pay your mortgage off in less than 30 years? Yes. Is that going to save you a lot of money and interest that you're not going to have to pay for all of those years that you paid your mortgage off? Yes. So here's the lesson today. When you buy your home, after closing, save enough money so as soon as you get that first statement in the mail, you know who the bank is, you know where the loan information is, send it. Send the payment. And get yourself 1 month ahead. Here's one other little tip, is there are some home loans that allow you to make weekly payments. They'll allow you to make bi-weekly payments. And you know what's good about that? If you get paid weekly, if you get paid bi-weekly, instead of having a $2,500 mortgage that comes out at one time, you can divide it up into smaller payments, and it's easier, I feel, sometimes to round up those smaller numbers to where you don't feel like I'm paying $500 extra a month. I'm just paying $125 extra a week. So find out if the person who's holding your home loan is able to do that, and if you're able to divide it up. Because my husband and I had a loan that held our loan at one time that we were able to do that. The one that holds ours now, we can't do that. But there's value in that. You know, you figure out which versions of that works best for your family. But if you take one thing from me, it's save enough money to make that first mortgage again, so that you are 1 month ahead of time from the very beginning of your mortgage. And the second tip is make as many extra payments as you can throughout the year, but you have to designate them to principal only. Those extra payments you might have to call and tell them principal only, or have the conversation with your mortgage loan officer and find out where the payments are going. If you can just make an extra payment and it can go straight to your principal, or if you have to call and make sure that that payment goes to your principal. But get educated and try and do that, because you're making it work for you and you're saving yourself money over time by paying less in interest. So that's my tip on that. Have a good one.